Welcome everyone, I'm Fausto Carnevale, international tax consultant. Today I'm in Italy and I will share some very important informations about the incompatibles regimes in Italy. I think you already know what we do in this channel. If this is the first time that you're watching our videos, we are specialized accountants in Italy, and we can support you. Sorry if I remove my glass another time. We can support you with everything in terms of taxes, tax return, tax strategies, tax simulations. I know that a lot of you want to move to Italy and for instance you want to retire in Italy, or you want to continue to work as you may have seen, and I invite you to watch the other videos, we have a lot of good tax regime in Italy. For instance, the Impatriate Regime, Regime Impatriati, Forfait Regime, Regime Forfettario, 7% flat tax for pensioners. So in this video, I would like to remind you that those tax regimes are incompatibles. You cannot apply for two tax regimes at the same time. For instance, you cannot retire in Italy, move in a small town in the south, and you maybe you can apply for the 7% flat tax regime, flat tax regime, and at the same time continue to work with the forfeit regime. You cannot do it. You cannot do it also, you cannot use this 7% tax regime, flat tax, and the impatriate regime. The most important, you cannot use the forfeit regime and impatriate regime combined. So you have to choose when you move to Italy, because this is what happens. When we speak about tax regime, 5% flat tax, 15% flat tax, what happens practically is that you start to invoice, for instance, you move to one municipality, one city, one town, small town, if you want to apply for the 7% flat tax again, but only at the end of the year, when we prepare the tax return. So for instance, 2024, we prepare the tax return in May 2025. So only when we prepare the tax return, we tick the box for the regimes that you want to use. And we cannot do two times, because you, in those three tax regimes, so 7% flat tax, forfeit regime, impatriate regime, you are working as a physical person, not as a company, not as a limited responsibility company. What does it mean? It means that if you apply for the impatriate regime, you only get a VAT number, you as a physical person. Me, for instance, Fausto Carnevale, I get a VAT number. In Italian we say aprire partita IVA, which can be translated in opening VAT. It actually is not open, it's just getting a VAT number at your own name. When you do the tax return at the end of the year, you have to specify if you have some particular tax regime, okay? So you cannot combine those three. Again, you cannot work, also I remind in this video, if you have a company abroad. You cannot use the company abroad to produce the income in a tax haven and live in Italy. This you can do it, because this is called esterovestizione. Be aware also, if you're from the States and you don't know your public or private pension, if it will be taxed and at what percentage, you have to analyze this as well. And we can do it together in a consulting call. If you need a specific consulting call, then I'm inviting you to have a look at the link in the description, and you can have a call direct call with me or with Andrea. So until next time, Fausto Carnevale, enjoy your staying in Italy.